Hi, I am Siddharth, and today we are going to discuss about Daily Scrum. So basically we will look into what is Daily Scrum, what is the importance of Daily Scrum, what is the purpose of the Daily Scrum. So what is Daily Scrum? It's a short status meeting held by each team during which the team members synchronize their work and progress and report any impediments to the Scrum Master. So the purpose of the daily Scrum is to inspect the progress towards the sprint goal and adapt the sprint backlog as necessary and adjusting it towards the planned work. So the daily Scrum is one of the most effective tools that the sprint team has at its disposal. This is because it does two very important things for the team. It functions as the inspection of the work the team is performing so they can adapt that work to deliver the most important value. And it gives the team the opportunity to make decisions at the very last responsible moment, giving them the flexibility to have the right person to do the right work at the right time. So when everyone in the team uses the daily Scrum to limit the amount of planning, they do to include only what's necessary to build the next increment of the software. So the team starts to recognize it, which means the daily Scrum, as a valuable tool and use it effectively. The daily Scrum is a 15-minute event for the developers of the Scrum team. To reduce complexity, it is held at the same time, same place, every working day of the sprint. So if the product owner or the Scrum Master are actively working on the items in the sprint backlog, they would like to participate as developers. Daily Scrums improve communications, identify impediments, promote quick decision makings, and consequently eliminate the need for extra meetings. The daily Scrum is not only the time where the developers are allowed to adjust their plan. They often meet throughout the day for more detailed discussions about adapting or replanning the rest of the sprint's work. So three important questions that are addressed in a daily Scrum. So what have we completed since the last meeting, which is yesterday, and what are we planning to do today? That is, what are we planning to do till the next meeting? And what if any obstacles are in my way? When we say obstacles, it could be roadblocks, or it could be impediments, or it could be any dependency with other team, which is blocking the team's development work. So the daily Scrum is open to everyone. Attendees can quickly get a feel for the tone, attitude, and progress of the sprint. So the daily Scrum does not serve the purpose if the information exchange does not happen at the low level in a detailed manner. So there should be real commitments and should be inspected on a daily purpose. Sprint backlog should be visited daily. Teams should ensure that the team is managing its work at the level of specificity which is necessary to know what is happening. Example, The team should be able to monitor the bug trends, whether the count is increasing, whether the count is decreasing, what are the new bugs that are introduced as the old ones are being fixed, and also what are the individual level tasks that are being worked upon. Say for example, what is the QA person working on, whether he is creating the test cases, whether he is executing test cases, which part of the functionality he is executing. At the same time, from the development team, which part of the user story is being worked upon, what is the component that is being worked upon, whether it is a database component, could be a web component. Yeah. So the commitments are real only if they can be assessed. The Daily Scrum synchronizes everyone's work only if the work has been thought through. So the subtle message but important aspect of this synchronization is that it requires the team to know exactly where it is, where it wants to be, and where it is not. So the Daily Scrum is one such important opportunity to inspect and adapt, which is the core theory behind the Agile methodology. So let's discuss about some of the best practices of the Daily Scrum. So the very first thing and the most important thing is hold the Daily Scrum at the same time every work day. So the Daily Scrum is best if it is held at the very beginning of the day so that the team can plan for the rest of the day. What is the work that needs to be done for the rest of the day? And all team members are required to attend the Scrum call. If for any some reason any developer or the member of the Scrum team is unable to join the Scrum call, they should try to see if there is any feasibility of joining the Scrum call through any other communication channel, like joining through mobile or joining through home, or if at all this channel is not feasible, then the other idea is try to have another team member report on his behalf, which would be a better idea. So the team members must be prompt. The Scrum Master starts the meeting at the appointed time regardless of who is present, whether they are delayed. The Scrum Master begins the meeting by starting with the person immediately to his left and proceeding counterclockwise around the room until everyone has done the reporting. So the team should not digress beyond answering these three questions and not get into issues, designs, discussion of problems or gossips. The Scrum Master is responsible, and which I would say is the primary responsible while facilitating the Scrum call, for moving the reporting along briskly from person to person. So during the Scrum, only one person talks at a time. That person is the one who is reporting his or her status. The rest of the team listens, and there cannot be any side conversations. So when the team members are reporting something that is of interest to the other team members or needs the assistance of other team members, any member can immediately arrange for all interested parties to get together after the Daily Scrum to set up a separate meeting. So chickens are not allowed to talk or make observations, otherwise their presence in the Daily Scrum becomes obtrusive. She can stand on the periphery of the team so as not to interfere with the meeting. So the daily scrum, when done effectively, is an almost pure exercise in openness, because each person share his or her tasks, challenges, impediments or dependencies, and the progress for the whole team to see. So all of these things can help the team to create an atmosphere of mutual support and engagement. Thank you all for watching this video, and please keep watching our videos for more interesting concepts on Scrum and Agile.